It feels incredible, and this is our peers. It's the best award you can get as a songwriter. Me and this guy right here, we did it.
It shows how long it takes for a song to get to where it is. When did we write it? 2016?
On stage, I wasn't lying, it was 3 years.
It was 3 years since you wrote it.
Yeah, the ups and downs. The first down was them saying they didn't like it.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
I was going to say that.
No, but people initially just didn't think it was anything, and then eventually Jamie had the smarts to be like, look, this is something massive, and everyone finally clicked on.
More percentage.
Yeah. No, we're on the split screen.
No, there's ups and downs. We got here, and it feels incredible.
I'm sure I'm going to wake up from this any minute. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
It means a lot to you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's for mum and dad who paid for music lessons and stuff, and just the whole sort of journey here. It means the world. Mum and dad, my wife, Nicolette, and everybody at Rare. You're all amazing.
The boys and I have quite a strong sense of imposter syndrome at the best of times. It's kind of on override right now. Yeah. We've been offered songwriting awards before, not by the Ivors, but by other bodies, but they've always been contingent on us going, which is always kind of weird.
It doesn't feel natural, does it?
I have to say, when I found out about this and I looked at the diary and I was like, no. And then when I said we can't come, I was fully expecting it to be, well, you're not going to win then. But obviously,
it's not like that here.
So this is a real award, which is for a real band making real music, which is really important, I think, for the creative community at large in the UK.
Wonderful, much needed thumbs up and encouragement to just carry on with what I believe in. Yeah, seeing the detail and the love that has gone into this event and all of the characters and I thought the opening speech was wonderful and really important words were said, and yeah, it's great, very important.
All the time when Joe growing up, we used to talk about pride and about how it was such a dangerous thing. But now, I'm proud. They're really keen on being positive all the time. So even their songs sometimes are dealing with difficult issues and problematic things, but it's always a positivity. And they're always positive about the way they deliver, even though sometimes it appears in an angry way. But they're always positive, and there's an idea that you're positive, particularly to the ones who maybe are not so supportive of you. That there's no negativity there. And they're a particular family. They're really 5 boys together. They've been mates for a long time, 10 years, and it's like that strength. And the writing, the music, everything together. And they've got a fantastic team around them. They've got Cobalt Publishing, who picked them up, not because they saw money. They just believed in what they were doing and what the band were doing, I believe.
No, absolutely. It was because of exactly what you're saying, because when you see them, they're like a gang, they're a group of people who have a message, but also they're doing it 150% all about just them. And they're not compromising along the way as well. And I think audiences appreciate the honesty of that.
It's like being in a band, except you're in a band with a filmmaker instead of a singer. So it's still a partnership, you're still a group. It's an important thing for me. Yeah, I don't know, it's nice being in a room full of musicians, and to meet the other soundtrack composers was great, and we're a good community. So it was nice to be sat in the middle of all of this and realise that how similar we all are. So that's really nice.
It's a sort of balance on these shows, because you want to be scary. Requiem is a kind of fun show because it's sort of scary but kind of entertaining at the same time, So to strike that balance isn't easy, and I think it's great to get, feedback like that is great, So and
we got to be quite experimental on it as well, I think, which with TV now it's exciting just to kind of experiment with different vocal sounds. We were working with sort of combining strings and then more unusual sounds. That's where we kind of met in the middle, and I think it was quite an interesting outcome. We had sort of themes for the main character, as Dominic was saying, she's a cellist, and it's always nice to kind of have strong characters, and especially spooky, haunting storylines can give you quite a lot of drama and intrigue.
It's great when you're doing a show and your main character is a musician. There was place for virtuoso cello. You could do some crazy stuff. There was, normally you'd only hear sort of Bach's cello suite number 1, and so we could go to town a little bit.
I just feel like fulfilled for the first time. in music.
He's taken it to another level. When I heard that he was the godfather, and we had a big discussion about what godfather means of any genre, I mean, I was over the moon, and I'm so proud. It's an emotional journey that you take, however you take it.
Like the Earth, Wind and Fire stuff, and these people.
You can go back as far as you want to go, and you can come forward, because in 10 years' time, there will be someone on that stage that will be inspiring people and also influencing people and supplying good music. So I just think it's a wonderful thing. It's the best.
I feel really honoured. It is really amazing. I just write songs. Yeah, it's sort of what I do. Do you know what I mean? I've been doing it since I was a little kid. And there's certain songs, whenever I sing them live, are just amazing. And like White Flag or Thank You and songs like that are just great. But yeah, really just everyone I write with and everyone I work with, because, you know, you learn something from everyone and they're all amazing.
Anything like this is an honour, and this is a great honour. So, yes, we feel humbled. And it's not the sort of thing you think of during your life and during your music. You don't think about awards or recognition or anything like that, because the pleasure is in the music itself. But when you get something like this, it makes you think.
Songwriting is one of the lost arts. People remember the stars that sing it or the bands that sing it, but it's the songwriters that provide the fuel. And PRS and the Ivors is all about songwriting rather than just performance. So that's, to me, makes it very special.
No song, no nothing. You know, you have 5, 6, 85, 90 guys sitting on stage with absolutely nothing to say unless somebody puts a tune in front of them. Doesn't matter whether it's a concerto, a 3-minute pop song, or a jazz standard. If the guy didn't write it, musicians got nothing to do.
Many people say it is a great honour to be judged or look respected by your peers and fellow songwriters, and you know, it's a wonderful thing. I've said before, you know, I'm not classically trained. I didn't have connections in the industry, neither did my band, but we had hunger and desire, and I think if you've got that, 2 chords and you're away. 1 chord. You only need 1 chord. You could be here at the Ivors. I believe that. I strongly do. We all have a great song in us, and I'm just happy that I've got this, As a creator, a writer, when you put a lot of work into something, certainly like Bittersweet Symphony, for there to be any debate on whether you wrote it or not, you know, was crazy. So they've done it now, and they're going to change the credit to me as well. So that's amazing, and long live the Stones. You know, they're a band from the 60s, and you know what happened to a lot of them. You know, 60s and 70s artists got ripped off badly. Love and peace to Mick and Keith, and you know, what a band, and just to be part of that whole history of this. This is a great country, amazing artists, and just to be part of that fabric is just an honour, you know what I mean? And I'm going to strive to hopefully win another one day for a new song.